All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Just give me a moment. I want to make sure that we're live. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3. And Lord's will this video be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakah Kodash. Lord's will this video be edifying. All right. Just want to make sure the audio and video is good. I can take myself off the screen. All right. And Shabbat Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Karkadash Barakathum. To you brothers and you few sincere sisters. All right. And Thawadi Yahweh Shem Shai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Adversaries Attempt to Hinder the Work. Now, I got this title, partial of this title, right out the scriptures. And I just want to do a real quick lesson. I guess you would call a compare and contrast, contrast of what you see going on now today, is nothing more than what has taken place even in the past. Okay, like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. Even in our past time, we've had heathens literally come up against us as the nation of Israel in the building, all right, of our temple. But now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, this third temple that's being rebuilt, okay, this third temple that's being rebuilt is us. Okay, we are the temple. So this is why you see a lot of heathenistic pushback. Okay, a lot of heathen are roused up to come against us and our building in our nation because they ultimately want to be a part of this, but it's not prophesied them to be a part of this. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Let's see. So earlier, okay, let me go here. Okay, so just want to make sure this. All right. So earlier I was watching Elder Apostle Tahar's video. All right, it says, you're saying something when vocab alone comes on your video. Now, this was a video that he's done, which he's done many, but what I want to show you is, for you brothers and sisters, if you did not know, all right, a good read, all right, a good read. If you wonder why, like, because a lot of our people, blessed is he that readeth. If you don't know the narrative of the scriptures, you can be persuaded by Satan. Okay, if you're not reading. Okay, look, we're already in Rev. If you are not reading and you don't understand the dynamics and the narratives of the scriptures, you could be swayed by Satan. Revelations 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, this truth, this gospel, this faith, this Holy Spirit, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So if you're not in the spirit to understand the narrative of what's going on and why it's going on, you will be swayed. Okay, you could be persuaded. You have to understand, even back in the times of other empires, which this in particular account, if you brothers and sisters, especially brothers first, if you have not read Esdras, the book of Esdras, I highly recommend you read Esdras. Okay, it's a very good read, but pretty much in a nutshell, this was under the Persian and Mede captivity, which Daniel's vision. Okay, remember the Persians, Medes, one was lifted up. Well, the Babylonian remember we were in the Babylonian captivity. Now this is we were given allowance under the king, which real quick, let's get verse 1. We were allowed under the king, I believe it was Cyrus, which he was a Persian, all right, modern day Iranian. Look, Esdras 1:1. Look, Cyrus proclamation. Now in the first year he was king. Okay, see, the Lord can put a quote unquote righteous spirit or merciful spirit on a heathen when it comes to us. Remember, it says, he that please the Lord make his enemies to be at peace with him. Okay, so you'll have times, or you'll see in the scriptures, just like in the future, we will have a relationship with the heathens, but it's not going to be equal. but there will be leniency. Just like there was times where when the heathen were in rulership, they showed leniency to us. Okay. This is why the Lord said he was mad at Esau and other heathens, because they furthered the affliction. All right. So it says, now in the first year of the Cyrus, king of Persia, modern day Iranians, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation through all his kingdom and put it also in writing, saying, thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord power of heaven has given me all the kingdoms in the earth, and he has charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah. See, so he was given us the permission to go and rebuild what was thrown down, what was destroyed, the temple. So now we have, through prophecy of permission of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, we have the permission to rebuild. Well, excuse me, the prophecy is rebuilding, all right, what has been ruined in the spirit, and that's the house of David and us being the temple. So as you see, we were given the ability to rebuild, to come back, right? And that's what's taking place right now. But in the midst of that, in the midst of having permission to go out and teach, even under this king, when you look at the First Amendment, the Lord put the spirit on Esau. Okay, look, freedom. Let's put this. Look at what the Lord did to Esau: freedom of speech and religion. Okay, so under Esau, all right, let's see. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble. That's literally camp. Okay, we assemble together peacefully in public. We speak with freedom of speech pertaining to the spirit of the Holy Spirit of the Scriptures, and expressing our religion. Okay, our rights as Hebrew Israelites. So even the Lord put it on the spirit of even Esau Edom here in America, okay, to give us a proclamation to preach, to teach the scriptures. And within the midst of that, you have a hindrance, okay? And this is why I got the title, Adversaries Hinder the Work. But I put adversaries attempt, because even in this instant, they still were rebuilding, even though the adversaries were trying to throw it down, okay? Because you have to remember, in the time of Yahweh Shai, there was what? A temple, okay? But the third temple, this temple that is being rebuilt, all right, is us in the spirit, all right? We are the temple that's being rebuilt. And really fast, just for edification, let me snag that for you, okay? We are the temple now. This is what the problem is, okay, with these heathens, and they don't realize that. So people like Vocab Malone, all they're doing is coming up against the building of the temple again. But a prophecy through Yahweh Bashem Shai is on our side. So check this out. This is 1 Corinthians, just real quick, 3. Okay. Let me snag this. Oh, I got to check the verse of the day too. 1 Corinthians 3:16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth within you. See, we are the temple. So what does Esau try to do now? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. See, we are the temple. This is why Esau is a very bad influence on the nation of Israel, to hinder, all right, you coming back to who you are, and to help continue to build what is prophesied to already be built. This is why it says there is a small remnant, you see. So even Esau and these other heathens, what they're doing is coming against the small remnant and the building of the temple. But the temple is us, okay? It says adversaries hinder the work, Ezra 4:1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded the temple unto Yahweh Bashem El Shai, power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, For we seek your God as ye do. So even back then, these heathens, all right, they knew that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was just that. But now, under the rulership of Esau, he's been loosed a little season to confuse people. So now people treat us as if it's not your God, it's our God, and you got it wrong. See, that's what our adversary Esau, all right, through the workings of Shaitan, that's what he has done to the world, to where now when we go out and teach, he can say, hey, these aren't Israelites, and we can join unto them. Now they just say, hey, this is just a hate cult. See, the heathens aren't even acknowledging, all right, the heathens aren't even acknowledging that this is our God. Okay, before they knew that this was our God. See, it says, look, for we seek your God. But now, through Esau's mass confusion, the heathens don't even acknowledge that it's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They just act like as if they're a part of it too. And that is the confusion that Esau was prophesied to put in the earth. Okay, because even back then the heathen knew that this was our God, but through a process of time and prophecy came this. This is Revelations 20, and let's see right here, Revelations 20 and 3. It says we could start at 1, but if you know the history, this is speaking about the Western Roman Empire, or the pagan Roman Empire, falling, and then the Eastern Roman Empire taking its place, which is why you have the so-called Dark Ages, Middle Evil Ages, the Holy Roman Empire, which was us. So Esau, Edom, was cast into the caves in the bottomless pit, which you know as Europe, and there he was in a very brute, beast-like state. Okay, watch. Revelations 20 and 3, and cast him, talking about Esau, the Western Roman Empire, into the bottomless pit. This is where you get the Ottoman Turks from, and shut him up and set a seal upon him. This is why he has records of him being a caveman. It says that he should deceive the nations no more. See, that's in his spirit, to deceive, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. After that, he must be loosed a little season. See, so he's loosed a little season to do what? 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, adversary, Shaitan, Esau, Edom, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand in the sea. Right. So see, ultimately, his deception and deceiving will end through the third woe of nuclear fire. But before that, his job is to go out to deceive the nations. This is why during the time of the Persians and the Medes, the heathens knew that the God, all right, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was just that. But now you fast forward today in Babylon confusion, you have heathens telling us that our God isn't our God anymore. Now he's just the God of everyone, or he's just the God of the Gentiles. See the confusion here? But they're in the same spirit of hindering the work. All right. And it says, let us build with you. You can't build with us. All right. For you heathens out there, it's not your job to build with us. Okay. It's not, you haven't been given the service like we have. So for vocab to open the scriptures, or for heathens to open the scriptures, you are highly deceived, okay, by Shaitan. Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption. So you heathens can't be adopted in. It's our people that are among you heathens that are adopted in. And the glory and the covenant, you don't have the covenants. So you can't build with us. You will build for us, but you can't build with us. Meaning you are not set up to be out here to be teaching, to prophesizing, to be holding camp, to be holding posts, to be uploading videos, to be used as a scribe, to re-upload. That's not your job. Okay? This is what these people are trying to do now, but they're so confused that instead of just trying to build with us, they're trying to build over us, or they're trying to build on our foundation. You see? That's the same thing that they were doing back then. All right. And it says, and giving the law, it's none of your business to talk about our law, and the service, see, and the service of the Most High and the promises. So it's not your job to be walking around like this. Okay, this isn't your job. You look crazy. Oh, look at that spiritual. But you got the brothers out here. You got Israelites here. See? But going down, see, this ain't your job. Billy Graham. Okay? Billy Graham, stay off the gram. Look at this. This ain't your job, bro. This isn't your job. You're a heathen. You're not an Israelite. We have the same thing that happened in Ezra. As we were building adversaries, heathens came up and tried to build with us. It's not your job. That's not, you're highly mistaken. Okay? Miracles on British television. It's not your job. See? He Jehovah Witness versus Christian past. But see, and that's Esau's confusion, to where now you'll have one confused heathen with another confused heathen with two different denominations or religions arguing with each other. Okay? Arguing with each other. And then you got Jake embodying this confusion, and now he's a part of the heathens fighting with the heathens against the truth. Okay? Watch. Let's put this in just to show you. Black pastor verse Hebrew Israelites. Sorry, give me a minute. Check this out. Oh, let's see. What do we got? Oh, look, here he is. That's probably a Jake right there. Let me see. There was just a recent one. It was on, let's just go here. It was an IUIC event. IUIC events. Right here. This guy, he's this lost soul. Let's go here. And I hope they don't.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse.
Hope they don't take my video down. Shalom, brothers. Don't take my video down. Yeah, right here. Pastor Fitzgerald. This is Jake, this bald-headed Jake. He's right here. All right. He's fighting against them, scoffing against them. But that's the confusion now. See, brothers, back then, the heathens knew, look, for we seek your God. Now, fast forward today, under the confusion, under Babylon, all right, under the deception, all right, under the deceiving, now they're fighting and saying, this ain't your God, it's all our God. But if you don't come under what we say, it can't be your God either. See? So let's continue. And it says, and we do sacrifice under him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Ashur. Now remember, you had heathens that came into our land when the northern tribe fled from the king of Assyria, all right, and Hosea. So you've had heathens that have been in our land and assumed that they were the people of that because they were doing the customs. This is why Yahweh Shai told a Sumerian woman, ye know not what you worship, okay? You don't know what you worship, all right? Let's put this in. Oh, poor Christian. Oh, poor Christian. Christian's got a victim mentality. Like, man up, bro. You don't know what you worship. Ray Comfort was almost killed by preaching. Get over yourself. Get the F over yourself. Look, it moved me. They got a love demon on them. Trust me, there are demons that can put you in a very love spirit. They call it passion. All right, look at this guy. See? The battle of self-control. Christians, get over yourself, man. You're too much about me, It's like you want self-persecution. Oh, look, the rapture dream, they're just so well put together, they're so well. And that's another thing too. These heathens, all right, and these Jakes, y'all only worship God for prosperity. You ain't a Christian when you're beaten down, when you're tattered, you're bruised, you're just through. You ain't a Christian then, and I've watched it, I've witnessed it, I've seen men glorify God in their prosperity, but in a day of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity, and y'all will see. Okay, you will see. There's actually a short skit. Deny Jesus. Oh, is this it? Is this it? I did a video on this years ago. It was something like this, but it was an Edomite couple, and they picked up a hitchhiker, and he put him to the test. He said he put the gun to her head. Let's see, let's put hitchhiker. Let me see if it comes up. All right, maybe I'm not putting the right word in, but there was a video of an Edomite couple that picked up a hitchhiker because they're all about love. And the hitchhiker said, "Oh, you believe in God?" He pulled out a gun and he said, "Either are you ready to die for Jesus?" And you know what she said? No. So see, at the end of the day, these people, you worshiping God and Jesus is just a social status for you. It's a tax write-off. Right now it's cool, but in the days coming, you will see men so-called faith fall by the wayside as their loved ones when the judgment comes down. But let's continue. It says, which brought us up hither, but Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God. See, that's what we're telling you now. Exactly, brother, lip service. You have nothing to do with us, okay? Let me show you a great example of you have nothing to do with us but hinder us. This is a great example of what happens when a heathen claims to be worshiping our God, okay? All right, let me pause that. In vocab, if you see this video, you better be Christ-like and don't flag my video for copyright claim. All right, show some Christian love. So look, this is a great example. You have no need to build with us. Look at, can you not tell me this man is not in the spirit of Rehum the chancellor? All he wants to do is throw down our building. Look, they're doing this. Look, they're doing that. Let me keep reading. This is what happened in Ezra. As soon as we started building, look, they're doing this and they're doing that. Oh, that's the same spirit. Watch. And it says, said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord God of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, has commanded us. Right, just like now, you have nothing to do with us. We've been given our God-given right through our using our Roman citizenship or American citizenship. We have rights of freedom of speech and religion and peaceful assembly. Let us be holy still. You have nothing to do with us. You can't come over here, talk with us, teach with us, speak with us, read with us, be with us. No, this is what we are here to do. Let us alone. Let me get that real quick in Acts. Let us alone. Let these men alone. So this shows you that he got the same demon as Rehum the chancellor, man. Okay, he's got the same demon on him. He don't care about the building. And just like those adversaries, they didn't want to build with us. They wanted to throw it down. All right, this is Acts 5 and 20 34. It says, then stood there up one in the council of a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, who's an Israelite, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. Let's go down. Well, it says, for before these days rose up Theodas, boasting in himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. Right. You've had men in Israel that were bugged out, crazy, and carnal, and weren't set up by the Lord. They ultimately were smitten, and his followers scattered. Right. It says after this, just like you have people that used to teach, and then they they taught no more, and their sheep got scattered. That happened time and time again. We've seen it with scoffers like Avengers for Yahushai, Israelites on the 14th Street. Man, I mean, the list just goes on of men that have brought many Israelite men and women upon them, and then when they stopped teaching, they just scattered and went in the wind. It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High. So what are these adversaries doing? What are these adversaries doing? You're actually fighting against the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Everything you see in these videos is a blow against the building of the temple right now. See, he is actually against our building. All right. He is actually against our look. Vocab alone versus Hebrew Israelites. So why in a verse, that means you are an adversary. Okay, meaning that's an opponent, meaning you are engaging in an attacking manner. All these are videos of him attacking the Hebrew Israelites in their building of the third temple, just like in Ezra's. Hey, man, like the elder apostles say, you ain't nothing new. We've seen you before. All right. And you're going to fall like the rest of them. Rehum. See, he's got many names. And here's another one. Rehum the chancellor. And let's read it. Let me keep going. It says, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building. So they were hindering us. Okay. They were hindering in the physical building of the temple. Fast forward today. Now they're attempting to hinder the spiritual temple. Each video, each brother is a brick. That's why I refer to as lively stones. So this is why he goes to camps and many others. They go to camps. They're trying to stop the building. Here's another one right here. Okay. And I hope the one body video, let's put this in verse one body. Another example. While they're building, they're coming up. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's put vocab in here too. Let's see. I might have to put Yahushua. Okay, let's put Yahushua. Give me a second. All right, right here. Vocab alone and Jesus is the word rejected at the gate. See, mauled by the lions of Yahushua. What's going to happen to this she-dragon? All right, you know, it's an older video, but this is a good example. See, while we're building, the heathens come up. While we're building, the heathens come up. And what is let's go here. Let's go to let's go right here. Online etymology dictionary. Let's put the word building. Let's see what building means. Okay. Or maybe let me see. Build. Yeah, let's go here. Let me see. To build, construct a house. I knew somewhere. Let me see. Maybe I'll try Google. I know building goes into edify. Let's try this. Edificio, build means to edify. Edify. Let's see real quick. Okay, to instruct and improve, especially in moral and religious knowledge. See, enlighten. Okay. See. So look, to build. So the same word for build is the same word to edify. So us edifying is us teaching is us building the third temple back in the spirit. Okay. So them coming up is them attempting to hinder the building or hinder the edification. And what comes to mind? Who comes up when edification comes out? What is that? Mark 4? Who comes up when edification comes out? This is Mark 4. And let me see. Mark 4 and 14. It says, the sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. So when the word come, Satan cometh immediately. So when the building comes, Satan cometh immediately. See, when the building started, that hey, if you build it, they will come. All right. So Ezra's 4 and 5. It says, and hired counselors against them. See, this is what we say. They're hired. All right. A lot of these men have been set up by Esau. All right. Rosicrucians, Jesuits, things of that nature. There's a lot of insiders when it comes to the aspect of religion. So even back then, you had people specifically hired to come against us. Just like now, you have people hired to come against us. This man, Vocab, admitted, I don't care if joking or not, Vocab, let's see. I have the video. Vocab Malone jokes about FBI. He jokes about being an FBI informant. Okay. This man actually joked about being an FBI informant. All right. And now let me give you a quick, check this out. FBI finds loophole. Of course you do. Loophole to enter religious. Let's put religious. I don't know, groups. Let's try that. Religious groups. COINTELPRO. Okay. Look at this. Hidden loopholes allow FBI agents to infiltrate political and religious groups. There you go. See? and hired counselors. Let's just see a translation. Oh, look, woo-wee. NLT, they bribed agents to work against them and to frustrate their plans. They hired agents to frustrate their plan. This man is an agent for Satan, okay? He is an agent for Satan. Is he not set up to frustrate our plans? Which he can't, because it's of the Most High, but he's still being hired, and it ain't working. It ain't working. See, they bribed agents or officials, all right, or pastors or teachers to take a bag, okay? Hired agents to take a bag. And it says, and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, king of Persia. So nonstop, okay, nonstop. Look, hey, as a modern day, look at, since we've been out here, all right, the 1960s, 69, who was that, Reagan or whatever president, all these presidents that have been came and went when we've been still allowed a freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly. All these kings, okay, they've had hired agents to come against us nonstop. And it says, and in the reign of Ahasuerus, in the beginning of his reign, wrote they unto him an accusation against the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Does not he do that? Does he not accuse us of shootings and hate crimes? Okay, let's put this in. Oh, they got radical. Now we're radical Hebrew Israelites. They're all in the same spirit. Okay. Philly store owner sues Black Hebrew Israelites. See? Black Hebrew Israelite member speaks out after covenant Catholic confrontation. You see? Look. Who are the Black Hebrew Israelites? We have to stop this movement. See? Engaging. You're losing bad, dog. You're losing bad. But this is all the same. They just got the same demons on them. All right. And it says, and in the days of Artaxerxes wrote Bishlam and Mithridates, Tabeel, and the rest of their companions unto Artaxerxes, king of Persia. And the writing of the letter was written in the Syrian tongue and interpreted in the Syrian tongue. So these are wicked men. These are a company of hired agents or counselors, wicked men. Okay. Let's just look up one of these nigga names. These are enemies. All right. Treasure of king of Persia, Persian officer stationed at Samaria. See? So just a heathen in our land. Okay. A hired opposition, right? And they wrote to him in the Syrian tongue. And look, Rehum, the chancellor, and Shimashai, the scribe, wrote a letter against Jerusalem to Artaxerxes, if I'm pronouncing that right, the king and his sword. See? So they wrote letters. What's a modern day letter? Right here. These lessons are modern day letters. Okay. So when you look at these guys like this, let's put this in, exposing. Look, Black Hebrew Israelites, expose them. So when you look at these guys that have these channels, okay, even Jake's, when you have these guys and they put these letters together, see, like, look at these, he throws up his Masonic allegiance in this video, and you see what hat he's wearing and all the black. Hey, you're Amalek, bro. We know you're a fake. Okay, but it's all good. All right. So they write letters against us. This is what their whole mission is about, writing letters against you. Then wrote Rehum. Let's see what Rehum means. Compassion. Commander who wrote a letter to the king of Xerxes in which he opposed the rebuilding of Jerusalem. See, he opposes the rebuilding. He is against us. All right. He is against us. He is against the rebuilding of us as a scattered, defeated, destroyed nation. He's against you rebuild. He's against your nationality, brothers and you sisters. He's against your gospel. He's against your God. He's against the prophecy. He's an anti-Yahushua. He's anti-Hamashiach. All right. And it says, then wrote Rehum, the chancellor, and Shimshai, the scribe, and the rest of their companions, the Denonites. Oh, this is Shield Squad. The Aphershurites, the Taperlites, the Parasites, the Avergites, the Babylonians, the Susachites, the Devites, and the Elamites. This is Shield Squad. See? Has there not been what the hell's that? Squad. Let me see if it comes up. Yep. Here's a Shield Squad. They'd have a group. They had a group of people, which the Lord used men like Alazar, used men like Deacon Akah, where they went against them and they destroyed them in the scriptures. They destroyed them in the scriptures. Okay? Let's put a verse Hebrew. Let's see if we get some more. Just want to show you more accusations, the accuser of thy brethren. Notice, if you brothers notice these 3 videos that keep coming up in the algorithms. And notice vocab is at the top of the list. You brothers notice that? I keep putting Hebrew Israelite, but for some odd reason, just this video, and this video, and even this video keep popping up. You peep that? Keep these all in mind. Keep those in mind. Let's keep going. I noticed that. But that's all a part of the agenda, the algorithm. All right. And it says, and the rest of the nation whom the great and noble Asnapar brought over and set in the cities of Samaria, and the rest that are on this side of the river. And at such a time, see, at this time, when the heathen were coming against our building, you had heathens in our land. At this time, while you have heathens coming against our building, you have heathens in our land. And it says, right here, this is the copy of the letter that they sent unto him, even unto Artaxerxes the king, thy servant, the men of this side of the river. Watch what they say. And at such a time, it says, be it known unto the king that the Jews which come up from thee to thus are coming to Jerusalem, building the rebellious and the bad city. See, that's what they call us, cult. They call us bad people. They call us all these names. And have set up the walls thereof and joined the foundations. Be it known now unto the king that if this city be builded and the walls set up again, then will they not pay toll, tribute, or custom, and so thou shalt damage the revenue of the king. So see, they're lying against us. They're sowing discord, and that's what Vocab and his cohorts are doing now. They're lying against us. They're saying all manner of evil and wicked. But the end all be all, the temple still was built. Okay. The temple was still built. So you can't stop. You can't stop what Yahweh Bashim Shai set up. All right. Because if you keep reading, ultimately, the king, all right, because they do stop us. All right. By force, they did stop, just like how the FBI. But remember, it says if it's of men, it will come to naught. But if it's the Most High, it's going to prosper, you see? So when you keep reading down, it goes into how we prosper. It goes how the temple was rebuilt. Actually, when you go into the 6th chapter, which I'll just get real quick. Because at the end of the day, see, look, it says, look, temple work resumed. See? So that you can't stop this, man. You can do nothing against the truth before it. What's that? 1 Corinthians 13:11. Let me see. I just want to see. Haven't brought this one out in a while. Is it this one? Let us see. No, it's not. Let's put nothing against the truth. Nothing. And what's the truth? Nothing against the truth. Maybe it's 2 Corinthians. Those books. Okay, yep. 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So even back then, all they could do was to further solidify the permission to rebuild. Just like now, all you're doing is further proving that we are the people, because you're coming up against us like the adversaries did. You're accusing us like the scripture said you would. All right. You're attempting to hinder like we've seen before. You're a hired agent like has been happening in the past. The Lord has given us a mouth that our adversaries can't gainsay or resist. Let's get that. Luke 21:15. That's an adversary. How fitting. Thank you, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakodash, for giving me that precept. All right. Let's grab that real quick. You can't stop it, baby. You can't stop me, baby. What's that song? Hey, you got to feel good. Luke 21:15, humbly speaking, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ultimately, You ain't gonna be able to resist this power, baby. Okay, because that third temple that you're attempting to stop and hinder, Revelation 21:1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle, what was built first, the tabernacle, which you knew as the temple, the tabernacle of the Most High, is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai. You can't stop it. All right. You can't stop it. Just like back then, when they tried to stop it. Then Darius the king made a decree, and search was made in the house of the rolls, where the treasures were laid up in Babylon, and there was found at Shemithiah in the palace that is in the province of the Medes a roll, and therein was a record thus written: in the first year of Cyrus king, the same Cyrus the king made a decree concerning the house of the Most High at Jerusalem. Let the house be builded, the place where they offer sacrifice, and let the foundation thereof be strongly laid, and the height thereof 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 80 cubits. You see, you cannot stop what is set up to be built. You cannot stop what has been set up to be rebuilt. Okay? And real quick, let me just end it on this, a future prophecy. I've read this the other day. We got to read it one more time. He's trying to stop the rebuilding, the mountains of Israel to be blessed. Check this out. Ezekiel, I'm a little excited. Ezekiel 36 and boom. Ezekiel 36 and 33. Thus saith the Lord power, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquity, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded, the same waste that the heathens destroyed, right? And the desolate land shall be tilled, what they tried to stop, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. Because remember, they destroyed the temple, right? They destroyed the temple many times. And they shall say this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined city are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, build the ruined places which you tried to destroy, and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. See, thus saith the Lord power, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of Israelite men, and they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. So not only is the Lord going to rebuild that was wasted, the Lord is going to increase our land with a holy flock of Israelite men. So the kingdom of heaven will be a holy kingdom of Israelite men that will also have women that will produce children, and more Israelite children to bring more Israelite men and daughters. So how beautiful is that? You see? So the adversaries attempt to hinder the work, which ultimately you're not going to be able to stop this. You cannot stop it. Okay, so call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai B'Shem Kodash. I pray you brothers and you few sisters were edified and exhorted in the spirit as I was. And I'd like to say, call Allah Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3. With that being said, Shalom.